Yes, thank you all for joining. So I will first start with there is one query yesterday, like how we can upload JSON using Oracle Apex SQL Developer. This one data workshop. So we need to navigate to SQL Workshop. Then there is a utility data workshop. So here under load data, so we can upload CSV, XLSX, and XML and JSON data. So now I will show an example with JSON database. So I will select the file that is in JSON format. Yep. So I will just show the JSON, how it will look like. Yeah, this is the JSON, sample JSON, countries list JSON, which have two columns, name and country code. So here there is the query is actually like we can upload complex JSON. Like if JSON have multiple arrays or multiple nested JSONs. So in that case, so here as we can see, there is only one option for table name. So there is no option we can add multiple tables while uploading here. So currently this data uploader, it will support only simple JSONs like flat JSONs so that we can load them into single table. Here what I will do, I will select the new table. First, I will check whether we have countries table because yesterday we tried with new table but didn't try it with existing table. So let me check whether we have a table with name countries or not. We don't have countries table. Quickly, I will. First, I will go with new table only. So it is fetched two columns from our JSON file, code and name. Data type also it fetched. This is fine. Click save. Then here is the preview about the data. Click on load data. Yeah. So all the 243 rows from that JSON file, it is loaded into countries table. Yes, it is uploaded successfully. Then it also added a primary key column ID and it is selected with the default value and it is generated internal sequence also. This is the thing. Then I will once again I will upload same file to the existing table. In that case, there is different options will be available. I will select the existing table. Then it will provide a drop down for selecting the table. Yes. So once I have selected the table, so there is two type of update methods will be available for existing table data upload. So there is one option, append and replace. So append, that means assume that we already have data in the table. So and we are trying to add new data to the existing table. That time it will not delete the existing data and it will just add new data into that table. Replace, it will clear all the data. Basically, it will delete everything from that table and it will add the data with currently uploading file. So here append means, so in the table we already previously loaded 243 records. Now if I append, so it will be 243 and 243 again. So two times of that. So if in my JSON I am uploading only two records, then it will be 243 plus two records. So totally we will have 245 records in the table. And also there is here it will not update the existing record. It will just, for example, assume that, so we have this, assume that we have this country code and country name in the table, and we are uploading it again. So it will not do any update operation in that. It will just create it as a new rows. Yeah. So it is now added again 243 records. Yeah. So it is appended successfully. So yesterday we have covered till here utilities, and under utilities we have covered schema comparison. I just explained about that, but we didn't try. Then methods on table we tried. Recyclable bin. If any objects is dropped, it will be stored in recycle bin. Then we can have an option to roll back that thing. Then this is about the reports. Then this is about the database. Now, today we will be knowing what is RESTful services and what is SQL Developer Web, what is team development, and we will be installing an sample application. After that, if we have time, so I will be demonstrating creation of Oracle Cloud account. RESTful services. Yeah. So when there is any new workspace is created, so by default schema, this schema will not be registered with ORDS. So ORDS, it stands for Oracle REST Data Source or Services. So here, first we need to enable the schema for ORDS. Otherwise, we are not able to create any APIs, any modules. So first thing, we need to register for ORDS. Just click on the register schema with ORDS button. Then here, it will ask for some options. By default, it will select the schema name as schema alias. So if we want to change this one, we can change. But here I will going with the default one. Then here there is an option install sample services. So Oracle already has some sample databases APIs. So if we enable this one, it will install. Then here there is an option to authorization required for metadata access. So if we enable this one, then if we want to access any APIs metadata, we need to have login first. So here I have selected sample services installation. So let me see what will happen. Click on save schema attributes. Yeah, our schema is successfully registered with ORDS. And here you can see status also enabled, some kind of dashboard here. So how many total modules, total privileges, total roles, and so on. And also here we can see published APIs and unpublished. And if the API we have not added any security, then here it will show the dashboard, secured APIs, unsecured. And if there is any partial security is applied, those kind of things it will show here. Then here, as I have selected install sample services, so it already created one sample module called oracle.example.hr. Under that, there is different kind of APIs are there. For example, if we see first one, employee info. Yeah. So the hierarchy is like this. So first module will be there. Under that, module name. Then under module name, we have template. Under template, we have different kind of handlers. For example, get method, put method, post method, delete method. So we can have for any template, we can have 4 type of handlers. Yeah. So I have selected the handler. Then here it will provide detail about that handler. Then what is the method and what is the source type, what is its format, output format, and pagination and source query. So simply, so we can able now if we copy paste this one in browser. Yeah. So whatever data is there in database employee table, it is automatically giving in JSON format. So this is the format. So let me make it better. Yeah. So when we use default query in the source, so it will automatically create in this format. So it will be having an items array. So here we don't have a customization option. If we use the normal SQL query in the source, so the response it will be in like this only. So these are my employee table columns. And here the paginations, if we this is about like how many responses in single fetch. For example, if we want to fetch all the data from this table, assume that we have 1 million, 10 lakh, or more than that records, and we want to fetch everything in one go, then we need to remove this number and we need to put 0 so that it will fetch everything. If I fetch, I want to fetch only 5 records per call, then pagination will be 5. Then one more thing here, while providing the SQL source for get method, so if we use semicolon, it will throw an error. Yeah. So basically, this is while providing source for the get method. If we are using a normal simple SQL query, so no need to provide any semicolons for the query. This is about simple get method and how what is the method and all. So here about other methods, post method and delete methods. So that I will be covering while explaining more about the APIs. Then here,
Vijay, just one question. So, is this RESTful? This service is for only to get JSON from the SQL table, right?
yes. So here,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it is just converting Oracle database query to JSON
Yes,
based on the records. Okay.
correct. Suppose there is a requirement we want to implement. Assume that using this database, we want to
Hmm.
develop some kind of mobile application, or we want to integrate the between third-party application, another application with this database. That in that case, we have an option to provide APIs for that system, so that we need to create APIs here. Then that system will call our APIs and they will access the data. So for that purpose, this ORDS will be helpful, RESTful services. There is also another option. Suppose we want to consume from third-party APIs. For example, we want to access data from EBS or another ERP system. In that case,
Okay.
that is different method. So we will be covering that in future classes.
Okay.
Yeah. So here there is privileges options is there. We can create the privilege, we can create the role, and we can make the API secure. So currently you can see from browser, I'm directly able to call the API. There is no, it is public basically. So if we want to make it more secure and for that purpose, so these privileges and roles will be helpful. So that in detail, I will be covering when we are handling RESTful services topic. This is one thing. Then there is different options we have in the dashboard. Suppose we want to disable ORDS for this workspace. Then we can simply deregister. Then it will automatically clear everything and it will deregister with ORDS. Then suppose assume that we have changed anything here. We want to reset the sample APIs. Then this button is for that. Then also there is an option. So assume that we have created APIs. Everything is ready in another workspace or another database. Then in that case, we can simply export the module and services. Here we can select the module wise also we can select, or we can select everything in one go. Then here we have option. Suppose we want to include privileges also, then we need to enable that. Then just click on export. So entire ORDS will be exported into .SQL format. Yeah. So it is created a PLSQL procedure for exporting. It is exported into PLSQL scripts. So now we can easily able to import this one into another workspace. So instead of redevelop, we can easily import. So here we need to click on import button. I will delete it again. I will delete this module and I will import. Yeah, currently there is no module. Yeah, once again it is imported successfully. Yeah, in the configuration again it is same thing. Whatever it is asked for, if we want to reconfigure once the ORDS is registered, then there is again an option we can reconfigure. So this is about the overview about the RESTful services. Then we have an option called SQL Developer Web. Yeah. So this is the SQL Developer Web view. So here we can able to see our table, our schema, and there is some database actions here. So we can here also we can write the SQL queries and we can execute. And here we can see the data modeler and REST capabilities we can see. And there is also an option to use Liquibase, some kind of charts, dashboards. And suppose we want to have schedulers for automation purpose. So from here we can able to create the schedulers. So here also we have SQL Workshop, but it is limited. So we can just run the queries and we can able to see the object browser. But here it is like the normal Toad application or SQL Developer application will be there now. That functionality they have converted into web view. So this is about SQL Developer Web.
Can we schedule any scripts, like I know DBMS scheduler, now you can run shell scripts and Python scripts also. Can you schedule it from here?
Yeah, we can schedule. So basically, while for scheduling, there is a job. So we need to create the job.
So what are the types available? Can you just drop down that PL SQL and what else is there? The type,
Here,
I
yeah.
think, yeah,
So
only name script is also.
first we need to select the schema, then name. Assume that like something like there is some expiry reminder we need to send for all the customers. Then it will be a name like a reminder, expiry, notification, job, or scheduler. Then we can have a PLSQL block and we can have a chain. Then stored procedure directly. If our database have procedures, we can map that procedures. Then also there is different type. If we have program, we can also map that thing, and scripts also we can map. And here, so as I have selected the procedure, stored procedure, it will ask for schema that we need to provide, then procedure. Once we have selected the schema, procedure from that schema will appear. We can able to select those things. Then here, execution mode will be there. So whether it should run only one time or it will be repeating on hourly basis, weekly basis, or it is like repeating. Then we can also schedule for future. Then destination, where it should run, in the local database or remote database. So if we have connected any database with the DB link, then we can use that option. Then there is options like auto drop, so reset and recovery, those things. So details will be covering while creating actual things. Yeah, this is about the SQL Developer web. Yeah. So then after that, we have something called team development. For example, assume that we are managing a project and more than one or two developers are working in a same project. In that case, there is an option for DevOps also, right? So in DevOps, we can manage the project. So like same way here also we have that kind of things. We can manage the team. We can set our milestones. We can add issues against the milestone, and we can assign issues to developers. So like that kind of thing. So here we have labels. So labels, it is kind of lookup. We can create, for example, categories, which is kind of a lookup. Then functional area, importance, level of effort, progress. So we also have an option to add more categories. So we need to select the category, and if we select add row, it will add, then we can add more details. Same thing for others. I will create one milestone. So this is my first milestone. So database design will be first milestone. So this is the expected milestone date. So maybe assume that it will take 1 or 2 weeks. Then I will set it as that milestone date. Then currently the milestone is open. Some description about the milestone. Then click on create. Yeah, the milestone is added. Like that, we can have multiple milestones. Yeah. So for the project, I have created 4 milestones. So this is the view of the milestones. It will show due date, when this will be due, and also the last updated date, and what is the percentage of completion, and how many open issues, how many closed issues, those kind of things it will show here. Suppose we also have an option for getting notifications. So here you can see we can create the notifications. Yeah. So notification preference we can set. And here also we have an option to schedule the frequency notifications, hourly or daily summary, or immediately when any of the fields is changed. So here we can able to set these things. So if I move all this side, so it will not send any notification. Suppose I want to send notification only when this field is changed. So like that, we can configure the notifications options. Then from here, we can add a new issue for that milestone. And also we have different templates for adding a issue. So what is this template? There is an option also we can create the template. Yeah. So from here, we can able to create the template. I will show an existing template, then it will be more clear. Yeah. So while adding issue, so user or developer or project manager, so they can add the template here. For example, bug template. If there is a bug in the system, we need to add that as an issue under particular milestone. Then if the developer or project manager selected bug template, then automatically ask these questions like this, so that the person who is adding that issue, so he can expected behavior, what is the behavior it should, how it should work, then what is the current behavior. So this is my template. This is from here we can able to create the template or modify the templates.
Vijay.
Yeah.
Okay. While creating a new issue, we have to select what are the templates we already created.
Yes. So we need to select the template, and there is an option we can create the issue without template also. Suppose there is no template matching our requirement, then we can continue without a template while adding the issue. Issue title. So I will create under that particular milestones. Let me navigate to the previously created milestones. Yeah. So now I will add issue against this one. So here it is like who is affected and what is the possible solution. So who is affected? Currently, this is under database design, right? So probably all users. Possible solution. So what we need to do here? So we need to change the data type of that column. So here, this is the database design. Step to reproduce, it is not required. So we can also have an option to remove that. And remove. We can create the issue. Yeah, now the issue is added. Then for that issue, we have an option to assign. For example, suppose I want to assign this issue to developer 1. We can able to select that from here. So currently there is one user here. Let me add one more user. So from here, we can able to grant access for different developers. So these are not optional. Then while adding a user to the workspace, so we have an option to select whether to make the user as an administrator or it is just a developer. So if we don't select anything, so user will be like end user. He can able to access only the applications we developed. Then here we can set some password. Then if this option is enabled, then once the developer is signed into the workspace, then system will prompt for a password reset. So if it is disabled, it will not ask, so that they can able to use the password what admin can set. Yeah. So now we have 2 developers for this workspace. So sorry. So I have granted just an end user. So I will change that. Then if we select the developer also, so we have control on like whether to give only app builder access or SQL workshop or team development. So here, whatever menu we are seeing here, right? So these menus, suppose if I give only app builder access, only this menu will be appear for that developer. So like that. Now this user is a developer. So here, this is the issue we have added just now. We have added, right? So that issue from here we can able to assign the developers. So I will assign this to developer A. Then once I assigned it, the developer ABC, he will receive the notification. And also we can have we can add the labels, different kind of labels, whether it is a bug or enhancement request, something. So these are the labels we have created before, so that it will appear here. Then we can also link milestone for that issue. We can also different link more than one milestones. Then from this option, we can able to subscribe for this notification. So if I click subscribe, so if any changes happen to this particular issue, I will be receiving a notification. Then here we can add attachments to that issue. Then from here, we can edit the title, we can issue a ticket, then we can set assignees, labels, same thing, whatever we did from here, we can do from here also. Then suppose assume that this issue is for particular application and particular page, then we can link that issue to that thing. Then if there is a duplicate issue is created in the system, so we can mark it as duplicate and we can delete one thing. Then if everything is fixed, then we can close the issue. So here below we will be it will be showing a log for each activity performed on that issue. Yeah. So this is about a team development. Any questions here?
No question inside.
So this is only for like if if the developer is part of this Apex workspace, right? Then only he can create an issue and everything, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I want to do customization for other applications, then I have to create tables and have those usernames and user created accordingly.
Correct.
Okay.
Then one more thing, while creating the user, first time I have granted only end user access, right? So end user, they will not have access for this app builder, the SQL framework. So they can able to access only the applications deployed into this workspace. I will show that. So then in first class, we have seen the gallery and sample applications, right? So today I will be installing one of the application and explaining how it will be installed and how it will be once it is installed, how it will look like and how we can change the things for particular application. I will just select any one application. Yeah. So the application is installed successfully. Then we have an option to run directly from here and we can able to edit the application. So if I run directly, yeah. So the application is installed and it is running. So I will just share this one in chat. So that, so any user with this URL, they can able to access the application. And again here, if you're trying to log in, it will not allow to log in because so we have not yet added any users for this application. So you can see here bottom there is some kind of tabs it is appearing, And when you access the application, this tab will not be available. So why? Because this is available only for the developers. So I have logged into the workspace and I run this application from that thing. So this tab will be appearing. So what is the use of this tab? From this one we can easily edit the application. We can navigate to the page. We can navigate to the particular component for making changes. Suppose I want to change this button label, so that we have an option. Directly select the quick edit, click on that, then it will be selected, then the plus icon will appear, then we can navigate across each page components. So I want to change label for this one, then select that, just single click, then it will automatically navigate to the applications. Yeah. So here from app builder also we can able to see the already available application in the workspace. So if I click on the logo here, it will show the top apps. So it is a show based on the access criteria. So how many users access the application. So based on that, it will show the top apps, top users, like that. Then here we have summary of this workspace, how many applications, how many tables, and how many developers, those things. Then for this one, so here if I click the app edit, so it will directly navigate to that app. And here we can change the application details, and here we have something called pages in the application. So this is my application, this is my application ID, this is my application name, and from here we can able to change application definition. Yeah. Then again under application, when we selected the edit application definition, so we have different tabs. So from this tab, we can able to change the application name. Suppose I don't want this name. So I want only like, I can able to change. Then this application alias, so it will be used as part of the URL for accessing the application. So for example, so previously we are having this name. So I will change this. Yeah, now I will try to access the application. Yeah, this is not found. Why? Because the URL is wrong. So that alias for the application name, it will be part of the link, application link. So we can also run application from here. Yeah, now it is running. So automatically it took the new URL. This is how the application will be installed. Then we can also see one example here. Let me log into this application. Yeah. So by default, it will be take our developer credentials for logging to the application. You can see here, I have logged in with username for this workspace access also same, and for end user application also it is same. And also one more thing, when we install the application, so automatically there is some data you can see here. Yeah. So we have not created any tables. We have not added any data. Then how it is appearing? That means here in the application, we have something called supporting objects. Yeah. In the supporting objects, we can have an option to create installation scripts. For example, here we have three installation scripts. So create tables, insert data, and set some PL/SQL scope setting is there. Yeah. So when these installation scripts, those will be running when we install the application in the workspace. For example, we have installed this application, right? So we installed it from here. So it will create the application. It will run the installation script, whatever installation script we have uploaded in the supporting objects for that applications, it will run. So for that purpose, it is automatically created the database tables and added some dummy data. Yeah. So these three tables, it is added as part of that calendar application. Yeah. Then there is a installation script and also there is a deinstallation script. Suppose assume that we have a requirement. If we delete this application, so we want to delete whatever database objects or tables related to this particular application. So in that case, we can add deinstallation script also so that it will clear everything for related to this application. So here in the deinstallation script, so we are having scripts like drop table related to this application. Then I will try to delete the application. So once I try to deinstall the application, it is asking for whether to delete the supporting objects or remove application definition only. So if we select application definition only, only application will be deleted, but and the backend tables and backend objects, it will be still there in the database. I will select both and click deinstall. Yeah, now the application is deinstalled successfully. If I try to access, it will not available. Then backend table also, just to refresh, there is no tables, got deleted automatically. So this is about how we can install the sample applications from gallery. Any doubts here?
Vijay, while installing that sample application, is it possible to create a new schema or it will be loaded in the existing schema?
No, actually, so we can link another schema to this one and we can map application to particular schema. So while installing, there is no option. We can create the schema, but before installing, we can create schema. We can request schema creation for DBA and they will create, and the application Apex admin, he can map that schema to this particular workspace. Then once application is installed, so let me install it again. Application is installed. Then here we have option to select the schema.
Yeah, it is in the path.
Yeah, so here. So database session, we can map the schema here. So currently there is only one schema, so it is only one is appearing. But once we have ready with Oracle Cloud account, then in there we will create more than one schema and we will explain there once the account is ready.
So the authentication part and all, like authentication and authorization, we can control, right? Like all that using single
Yes.
sign-on and all.
Yes.
That is inbuilt or we have to configure it separately?
There is I will explain how the authentication is working here. So here something called shared component is there. For particular applications, we need to navigate to the shared component. Then under shared components, we have different tabs. Then here we have authentication schemes. Click on that. Then here we can define more than one authentication methods. So here, if I select the existing one, so we have different types of authentication. For example, we have custom authentication. That means assume that in the database, we have some procedure or function for authentication purpose. Assume that we have login function for particular application. Then in that case, we can create the custom method. Then here it will ask for an option to select the authentication function, and it also have some kind of post logout, post login. So those kind of things are there here. So we can control authentication also. So currently as it is, this one is like Oracle Apex accounts. So I am able to log into the application using my workspace credentials. We change to customs. So then it will navigate to particular table in the database and it will use the credentials from there. And also we have different login method like social sign in or single sign on. So we can use Google, Facebook, or Azure AD authentications. We can implement that. So that in detail we will be covering when we are handling the authentication topic. Yeah, that's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then this is about installation and deinstallation of the application. Then I will be showing, we will try to create the Oracle account. Yeah. The screen is visible, right?
Yes.
So here we have documentation. So how we can request an Oracle free cloud account. So I will share this link. You can try. Yeah. So we need to navigate to this website. Then it will navigate to the Oracle Cloud free tier account. Then here we have two options like sign in, and if we already have an account, then we can directly navigate. Then when we click on start free button, it will ask for the information. So it will ask for information about country and some details. We need to verify it is not a robot. Then click on verify email. Then once we click verify email, so that email link, it will be valid for only 30 minutes. So before that, we need to complete the registration process. Yeah. Then from the email, so once we click on verify button, it will again navigate to the same cloud website. So here we need to fill more information. Then yeah, so here this is the email notification. So from here we will navigate to again for the information. So these information, it will be auto populated. Sorry. Yeah. So once we navigated from the email, so it will again navigate to the same workspace. Then here we need to select whether the account is requesting for corporate or individual. Then for corporate purpose, we need to give our company name and some details. Then for individual, it will not ask for company name. Here, this is the cloud account name. So here we can provide any name we want. Then here we need to select the database center. So it is better, we need to select the database center which is near to our location, home region. So here we have India West, in Mumbai also we have one region, so we can select that. Then we need to click on this if we are like if we don't want to change the settings later. So it is like just accepting the terms and conditions. Then click on continue. Then here we need to add a billing address informations like address and mobile number, those kind of details. Then once this is done, address informations. So there is a click continue button, then it will navigate to the payment information. Then we need to add a payment method. Click on that button. Then so here we have three different types of cards. Visa card we can add, and MasterCard and Amex card. So we can add our credit card details here. Then click on finish button. Once the credit card is added and click on the verification button, so it will deduct small amount of like one Singapore dollar or something. and it will immediately reverse that money. So it will not deduct any huge amount or something. So it will deduct for card verification and it will reverse the money immediately. So once that is done, then just click for the agreement, then click on start free trial. Then immediately around 5 minutes, it will be the cloud account will be ready and it will send an email notification. Then once we log into the cloud account, so this is the view. Yeah. So as I already have a cloud account, so I will navigate to that. So this PPT I will be shared with you. So if anyone interested for cloud account, so you can follow the same steps and create the cloud account. So tomorrow I will be going through that cloud account and I will be explaining how to create an database from that and how we can provision the Apex instance from that cloud account. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But what about local install? You'll be covering that as well, right? If I want to
Yes.
do it local.
Yes, sure. So tomorrow we will set up like from cloud, then Monday. So Saturday there is no meeting scheduled tomorrow, but soon they will schedule and send the link to everyone. So Sunday it will be off. Then Monday we will connect. Monday I will be covering local installation.
Okay.
Thank you. Any queries?
Yeah, one question. Just now you have seen the whatever the Apex things, right? So you're installing locally as well, and you're I can connecting account on the cloud.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah. So where we actually do the development and the local environment, or what exactly? Whatever the till the from the last 3 session, whatever you have shown on the browser, right? To create the workspace and account on that, right? In the Oracle Apex.
Yes.
So yeah, so three things are different, right? So Oracle Cloud is there, and local installation is there, and currently what we are seeing from last session on the browser, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly difference from all the three things?
Yes. So this one from this website apex.oracle.com. So this is the free workspace. This from Oracle side for learning purpose, they are giving everyone a free account with 25 MB space. Basically, this is for learning purpose. It is not for commercial purpose. This is for training and learning purpose. So
Yes.
this is one thing. Then local installation and cloud installation. It
Yeah.
depend on the company requirement and cost basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we have cloud account. So then we can able to create the applications and we can able to install the Oracle Apex in the cloud and we can create the application in that and we can develop into cloud. Then assume
Okay.
that we already have an on-premises local database in our server, on-premises server. Then we already got license for the Oracle database, right? So we want to
Yeah.
suppose with Oracle database, this Oracle Apex framework, it is totally free of cost. We no need to pay another extra amount for this framework. So if we have local database in on-premises, then we can easily install the application and we can use the application. So that is one case. So here it is related cloud and on-premises, it is like cost basis. And if
Okay.
now and also there is maintenance cloud, everything it will be like it will remove the admin DBA things. So there will be automatic backup, there will be auto recovery if any issue happen, and auto those things cloud will handle. So in kind of on premises, we need to have DBA and we need to create everything manually. We need to set
Yeah.
backup mechanism. So these are the some differences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the appearance or all the utilities functions or looks same, right? In
Yes, in all
cloud
three
as well as
in all three environments, local and here and cloud, so it will look same. So only difference the URL and where it is hosted.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So RESTful services you'll be covering in depth, right? Like what you
Yes.
covered today is just like the sample HR schema. And for that, you just showed that there is an inbuilt get API that what you actually called,
Correct.
right? So let's say tomorrow, if I want to pull the data from a third party with the JSON data that is coming, or I can read it and I can publish it on any application on front end.
Correct. So here
Okay.
I just explained the overview. Why? Because I'm explaining about the option available in this framework and each menus I'm explaining, right? So if I go into depth for that, it is like, so we have a particular schedule for that. So we will
Okay.
be covering that in detail. So with each example, get method, post method, put method, delete method, and also consuming the external API. So those things we will be covering in depth.
Yeah. Basically, the basic thing is like, any application, right? I mean, there is couple of things are there. One is the authentication, authorization. Then you have if it's a UI, the front end part, like how it should be.
Correct.
And then you may have like segregation of roles and responsibilities. You may have access to the application. One may have to modification to do modification on that application. Some may not be only read-only users or read-write users.
Correct.
So kind of categorization is there, right? So maybe like, so what we are looking for is like, as you cover, right? Maybe as you cover one topic, if we can cover with an example, that will be really helpful. I know you may have a schedule, so that if you go by the schedule, we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Vijay, one more question. I asked the interested person. They said that they are going to cover different types of forms and cards, manage pages and regions, these things. We will be covering.
Yes. We are covering each and everything like forms, interactive grids, and reports, classic report, interactive report, faceted search report, and cards, modifications of cards. So everything we are covering.
So in that forms also, you will be covering procedures, triggers.
Yes.
Okay.
So in this course, like we are covering everything from initial software development to like authentication, everything, managing roles, authentication, and security purpose. Each and everything we will be covering.
Is there any common place where you're uploading this URL? I know, I mean, the videos you're sharing, right?
Mhm.
Is it I mean, I get those emails late night. I mean, at times, is it possible to send it early, or is it like so that we can?
Yes, I will request for the uh, manager so that they will send it soon.
Okay.
You have access for the PPTs also, right? Or only the recording you will be getting access?
No, I haven't. I think they only sent a link for those two
links.
videos.
Yeah, recording links.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Can you share the PPT also? Yeah. Can you have one? I think I don't know whether it's you're putting it on one Google Drive where you're doing this.
Yes, actually, we have already uploaded to Google Drive, but that link is not yet shared, I think. So I will request for them. So everyone will be having access for the PPTs and everything.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Then if there is no more questions, then we will stop the session here and we will meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.